Hi everyone! How to get from disorganization and procrastination to effective productivity? Start that Monday and new year in a positive, energizing, organized way, confident that we'll get things done on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. Establishing the perfect daily working routine is something that most of us search for but fail to find. In my own experience, it's best to look for the daily routine by observing how other successful people do it. Tweak it a bit and you have your perfect routine. Well, easier said than done. A good first step is to read this book, Daily Rituals by Mason Currey, who provides us insights into the habits and routines of history's most creative minds. Reading this book, I started noticing patterns. In most daily routines, there were more similarities than differences. From Benjamin Franklin to Ludwig van Beethoven, Nikola Tesla to Pablo Picasso, these highly successful people had more in common than you think. In this video, I'll discuss the most recognizable patterns. We could also call them key takeaways, and then see what we can do about them and incorporate them in our life. The first key takeaway from the book, and to be honest, my biggest surprise, was the need for repetitiveness. Most of the people in the book, scientists, entrepreneurs, even artists, have very structured routines that they stick to almost religiously. They try to stick to the same schedule every single day. American philosopher and psychologist William James explains it very well. The more of the details of our daily life we can hand over to the effortless custody of automatism, the more our higher powers of mind will be set free for their own proper work. Japanese author Haruki Murakami described his day as following. When I'm in writing mode for a novel, I get up at 4 a.m. and work for 5 to 6 hours. In the afternoon, I run for 10 kilometers or swim for 1,500 meters, or do both. Then I read a bit and listen to some music. I go to bed at 9 p.m. I keep to this routine every day without variation. Franz Kafka also followed a strict routine. He believed that by repeating the same schedule daily, you create a rhythm for your mind, setting the stage for creativity to flow. This consistency helps to focus and get into a flow state, which is essential for the next pattern. Deep work. Now, what is deep work? Deep work is a state of intense focus that allows you to work on a task without distractions. Please, no phones. It's essential for creative work, problem solving, and learning new skills. The people in this book who are most successful at deep work tend to block out large chunks of time each day to work undisturbed. Mozart is a great example for deep work. I did his daily routine in a previous video and can attest to the power of deep work. Mozart had a rigorous work ethic that involved dedicating solid chunks of his day to composition. Despite his busy schedule of teaching, performing, and socializing, he managed to find substantial time for focus, uninterrupted work, which contributed significantly to his prolific output. Agatha Christie penned the adventures of Poirot, Miss Marple, comparing herself to a dog who gets a bone and disappears in a secretive manner for a certain amount of time. So, instead of a bone, take your computer or other work tool and leave your phone in another room, and don't forget to turn off the notifications. Now, when does deep work most likely take place? That's our third recognizable pattern. In the morning. For many, like Ludwig van Beethoven, mornings were golden. They offer a fresh mind, free from the day's distractions. I admit I mostly write my scripts in the morning. What takes me 1 hour in the morning takes me usually 3 hours in the afternoon. The previous pattern brings us now to the next pattern. Discipline and consistency, two qualities which are essential for achieving anything great. Every successful person in this book or elsewhere has amounts of these qualities. They don't let setbacks or distractions deter them from their goals. Take, for example, Maya Angelou. She didn't wait for the muse. She showed up to write every day, same time, same place. It's about forming habits that foster creativity and simply how you get things done. I often say, if you're struggling, you're not the only one. Who of us has not faced rejection or adversity? Here comes our fifth key takeaway. Persistence. Persistence in the face of adversity is key. Stephen King's early career was fraught with rejections, but he persisted. Reading about these famous figures, I recognize that the pattern of adversity can be a stepping stone to greatness. Most struggled. Think of Nikola Tesla. He certainly didn't have it easy. What often accompanies rejection and adversity, or the other way around, is having a block. Our mind is simply blocked, sometimes for an hour, sometimes for a whole day, or even longer. Albert Einstein had an interesting solution. He played the violin when stuck on a problem. Taking breaks, doing something else, as attested by many in this book, is not time wasted. They are opportunities. The solution to a problem will come to you when you're not actively thinking about it. We can call it our own go-to activity to reset and recharge the mind. Another pattern closely connected to the previous one is a kind of combination of work and free time. It's catching the inspiration on the go. Beethoven often took long walks after lunch, carrying a pencil and paper to jot down any musical ideas that came to him. These walks were a crucial part of his daily routine and creative process. The philosopher Søren Kierkegaard was known for his long walks through Copenhagen. He used these walks to think and often dictated ideas to himself. I personally use my phone, record a voice message or video. Otherwise, by the time I come home, I just simply forget. This leads to a logical next recognizable pattern or key takeaway. Thinking deeply about your work and yourself. I can safely say that this is something all figures in the book had in common. They thought a lot about their strengths and weaknesses, about their routines, goals, and purpose. The same questions and dilemmas we have ourselves. Of course, analyzing the work habits of successful people leads to the next pattern, goal setting. Authors are a great example for this. In his book on writing, Stephen King mentions his routine of writing 2,000 words a day. This consistent daily goal has contributed to his enormous output of published works. This tangible measure of progress is not only incredibly motivating, but leads us also to the last pattern I chose for this video. Inspiration and purpose. Albert Einstein, Virginia Woolf, Pablo Picasso, among others profiled in the book, demonstrate that a strong sense of purpose and an openness to inspiration are key components in a creative process. They each found unique ways to merge their inner drives with their external expressions, leading to remarkable achievements in their respective fields. So, these were 10 most recognizable patterns I discovered reading about the amazing figures analyzed in the book. What does this mean for us? Well, adopting all of these qualities would be the most logical result, but I somehow don't think these famous figures would advise you that. They would say, study our examples and then find the work routine that works best for you. It can be a copy of one or the other, or a combination of several. I personally have taken on the morning routine and taking breaks as the ones that make the biggest impact on my productivity. So, read the book, watch Mozart's, Benjamin Franklin's, and Napoleon's work routine on this channel, and start this process of self-discovery. That's what it's actually all about. Thanks for watching. I'll be happy to hear from you. Please comment on your routine. We can all learn from each other. Subscribe, like, share this video with people you know who will be interested in this topic, and see you soon. Bye-bye.